Don't mind the TV playing loud. That's my dad watching, a movie. But this is my art corner. This is where I paint pictures, and this is a picture I was not that happy with. So, and there's actually a painting I am happy with. It turned out pretty nice, I would say. But there's all my art supplies down there. Some watercolors. Actually, I think those are acrylics. And the watercolors those might actually be acrylics too. But yeah, this is my shelf where I put all my stuff at. And there's a canvas. It's very big, and I'm very new to painting, so I haven't made a lot of paintings yet. And there's even more canvases and art supplies down there. And there's the wall, and since this is my art corner, I am planning on drawing pictures and hanging them up on the wall for some artistic inspiration. This piece is called Tim the Waterman and Friends. So there's Tim the Waterman, there's his dad, and there is his mom, and there's his friend Belner, and there's his other friend. I haven't thought of a name for her yet, but maybe I can come up with the name on the spot. How about Rachel? That's a good name. So there's a scene. Tim the Waterman is standing in some water right there with a bucket full of water. So, and here's another piece I made called Creatures of Life. And there's some familiar faces like Grain the cat and Gwelm, my profile picture. And hey, look at that. There's Casper the Friendly Ghost right there. So I'm actually pretty proud of that. There's one of my characters named Chris. He's one of my only human characters. And if you look very closely, come on, focus. Well, you can probably see it good enough. That's Nutchar. There he is. And there's an elephant. And all these little creatures that I drew. Just a bunch of doodles. That's a character I've been drawing recently. I don't know his name yet, but he's kind of like a little creature with a bunch of eyeballs. And of course that character, it's himself. And those are my initials. So this is my other art piece called Mothman's Little Brother. So the story goes is that, everyone knows the cryptid Mothman. So Mothman actually has a little brother, and he's kind of he's picked on a lot, and he's kind of an outcast. But he finds his own way in the world, and he's kind of an inspiring character to me. Now, this drawing actually has some color in it. And I'm actually very proud of that. I think that looks very, very cool. This is a picture of Gwelm, the monster from this drawing right here. And this is actually the drawing I used to take that picture of my profile picture. So, yep, there's Gwelm. So in this picture, he's actually, the reason he looks so aggressive and he's like yelling, it's because he's actually getting shot at by a bunch of hunters. And he's defending himself by being aggressive and scary. Again, don't mind the TV, it's pretty loud. This is my character Crowbar. He's in a zombie apocalypse. He defends himself with a crowbar. He has a bunch of friends with guns too, and he has adventures around the world with a bunch of zombies out to get him. And this is my Super Nintendo poster. There's like this little emulating machine where you can play Super Nintendo games, so that's pretty good. Got all the classic SNES games. Pretty good poster with all the information too. And here's this. So I actually got this from my art class. I don't like art class, but this art class is pretty alright. And it's a coloring sheet, and I actually just drew my face on the ghost. And I drew my character, well, I didn't draw the cat, but I made the ears green. And there's, that's supposed to be a Casper the Friendly Ghost DVD. And if you actually see, I'm trying to recreate all the drawings on my wall already. You know, all these drawings. Oh, all those drawings. All right, now I'm going to show you some more drawings on my wall. So, this was before I made any characters, before I got really creative. This is Scream, Ghostface from the Scream movie. That's not where the mask came from, but that's what I got it from. And Michael Myers from Halloween. And Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th. And then the end. Not the end of the video, I said I'll show you this. I made this in one of my past schools. And if you look very closely, this actually spells Moth Man in Japanese. So, very cool. Very, very cool. So, yeah, these drawings are just kind of like, meh, whatever. Again, ignore the sound of the film. My dad is watching a scary movie. Not a scary movie guy, but I do like some slasher films, so that's why I drew them. So, if you follow me back to my art corner, this is our black cat, and his name is Salem. Probably the most normal black cat name ever, but say hi to the camera, Salem. Say hi to the camera. This is the thing I put my canvas on to paint. And by the way, painting is really hard. It takes a lot of work, and I'm only used to drawing. And painting is just like another world for me. Very difficult. But hey, at least Salem likes the stool. Where are you going, Salem? Look at this. The stool can spin around too. Look, Salem, he's spinning around. Meow. Salem the kitty cat. Look at that. He's going like wee. That's his cat tower, by the way. He climbs up the cat tower so he can get to his sleeping spot. And his sleeping spot is actually a cat backpack. It's one of those devices where you put your cat in it and you zip it up and you can like go on walks with Salem and stuff like that. How about we spin him one more time, shall we? Look at him go. This is one of my portfolios from an old art class in an older school. And those are the drawings I made on it. And there's some good drawings in there. Might as well. I have nothing to do. I'm going to show you the drawings in my portfolio. Alright, I'm pretty proud of this one. Now look at that. Isn't that just like spectacular? That is a realistic picture of a panda I drew using sketching techniques and whatever. It looks nice, but that's not my style. I like making simplistic looking cartoons like that. That's what really makes me happy as an artist. But this does look really nice. And hey, It's no complaints there. I just don't like art class in general. It doesn't feel good to make art that you don't want to. Because what is art when you're just doing it for a grade? But let me pull out something else I might want to show you. Look at this. This looks like modern art. Is that what's really going on in my head? No. See, I only did this for an assignment. This isn't how my art actually looks. That's what I don't like about art class. These styles don't look... This isn't my art. This is someone else's art that I'm copying. Like I'm plagiarizing it. Whatever. It's not my art style, but I had to do it for a grade, so I guess it works out in the end. Art class. Why should art be a class? I don't know if some of these I probably don't want to show because I'm a little self-conscious about some of my artwork. La 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 la. Just digging around in the portfolio, see what I want to show. What do I want to show? La 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 la. I think that's all I want to show from there. But some pretty good stuff. There's the art I copied. But let's actually take a closer look at this art. So I named this piece Mama Bear and Cub Explore the Green Lagoon. So there's the mama bear right there. And there's the mama bear's cub. And there they are in the Green Lagoon. So all those little white dots are actually bubbles. And that is an octopus with its little tentacle wrapped around the little thing poking up from the ground of the water. So it's very nice. And this painting has a little bit more of a tragic backstory. I used charcoal pen to try to outline how the characters in my painting looked, because that's supposed to be Tim the Waterman, this guy. But when I tried to paint him in, the charcoal colors got mixed with the paint and he started to look all black. So I just painted most of it black and just gave up on it. So, what does that painting matter anyways?
Who are you talking to?
It's just my dad. Alright. Down here, my dad just came in and asked who I'm talking to. He probably thinks I'm crazy, but I'm actually filming a YouTube video. Little does he know. So, here's some of this stuff I own. This is actually Jackson the Space Dog comics, and Jackson the Space Dog is actually a really good YouTuber. You should subscribe to him. But he made comics, and I got these for Christmas. Sorry if the lighting is pretty bad. I'm kind of shooken up after that. I was not expecting my dad to walk in. Whatever. And here's this one. So, just some stuff I own. Now this device, it used to be that you would crank this up and it would like make sparks, but it doesn't work anymore, so. What does that matter? Alrighty. Let's look at this. Whoa. Look at that. This is my old little art sketchbook I used to do in art class, God forbid. I don't like that class. I never like art class. It just seems fundamentally wrong. But we might as well look for it for fun, so let me just look for a painting that's not painting, a drawing that I'd like to show you. So, brief little intermission. Pretend like something entertaining is happening right now. I don't think there's a single picture I want to show. That's just because I'm very self-conscious about my older work. Yeah, you might not see any pictures, because I don't really like any of them. I don't like any of these. How is that even possible? Sorry, I burped there. It doesn't even make any sense at all. I will show this. After a phase where I draw extremely, like, weird pictures that are, not really my style anymore. Like, that's a guy smoking a cigarette. That's a guy with a gun with a, you know, like a, and saying, "See you in hell." And, what do you want, Salem? Oh, yeah. Just in case it's something I don't want to show to the internet. Probably, oh yes, this one, for sure. Look at that, it's Rudolph. It's my little version of Rudolph. That's a good picture. I'm proud of that. I'll probably look back at that with some fond memories. Oh yes. That is a good picture. Please focus. Come on, please focus. Sorry about that. Come on, focus. Alright. Nice. That's a good picture. It's a little... It's whatever. It's not really my art style. How about we spin it around on the chair? Blah, 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 blah. Oh, it fell off. Alright, that's fine. These things happen. Whoa, actually, now that I think about it. Look at this awesome painting. I used to go to my dad's job site all the time, so I'd have to draw on paper to pass the time in his cabin, his shed in the job site, and I would draw little creatures from like a fantasy world. So, how's the other one look? I don't like that one as much, but art is art, even if I'm a little ashamed by it. And I think that's all I gotta show you. Just a quick little video, and all I gotta say is the end.